Welcome to Santa Cruz! Don't forget to hit that righteous like button. Also subscribe, that'd be far out. I'm overlooking the city of Santa Cruz, California. I just got here from Visalia, California, playing the End of the Trail Classic last weekend. My wife caught some sweet shots with the camera at one of those courses down in Visalia, and so I'm going to include a couple of those shots. I didn't want these shots to go to waste because they're very cool and fun to watch. So hopefully you guys enjoy a little bit of B-roll from the one and only Alyssa Freeman, best camera lady on tour. Round one, it was on a birdie or die course, and I bogeyed so many holes, and so didn't do very well. Second round was also really slow. Some good highlights, but also just some bad moments. My putter started kind of working in the second round, though. I hit probably a 50-footer and a 60-footer. Maybe, I don't know, maybe both around 60 feet back to back. That was sick. Definitely the highlight of the tournament for me was those two holes. But other than that, it was just kind of very hit or miss, hot and cold, throughout the round. Coming into the final round, I was 6 strokes back. After 5 holes, I was 1 stroke back. So I was seriously making a charge. And unfortunately, that's when things started slipping. My putter kind of lost some confidence. Yanked a shot out of bounds, and little by little things just started not going so well. This tournament had a final 9. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, once the tournament's over, lead card goes and plays an extra 9 holes. It's fun to do every so often because it gets everybody's attention on that exciting big finish. I was 4 strokes back going into the final 9, and so really I had my eyes mostly on second. I was 2 back of second, and I knew I would have good chances of putting together a decent 9-hole stretch and taking second. That's exactly what ended up happening. It was a little bit slow for me, but I did well enough and stayed away from the big mistakes that I ended up taking down second place. I made an outside the circle putt on the very last hole for birdie and for second place. All in all, pretty good weekend. Like I said, it was slow and I made a lot of mistakes along the way, but overall, it was good. I'm also just going to throw this out there because it's been on my mind the last couple smaller events that I've played. I have to be careful with how I approach this topic because I am very grateful for the people who do the work and pull together all the logistical aspects of running a tournament. Tournament directors, tournament staff, for any of you out there who have contributed to running an event, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for your creativity, your brain power, your labor, hours, and all the rest that you put into it. As a player, I am not entitled to your time, so thank you. You don't have to run events for us. You do it because of whatever, your kindness or your passion for disc golf, whatever it might be. Thank you for that. Having said all that, there's got to be some room for constructive criticism, right? Somewhere out there, there's got to be room to give some feedback. And I've been to some pretty poorly run events recently, if I'm being honest. Again, so grateful that people put on an event for us, but at the same time, I just want to acknowledge that there's room for improvement so that we as an entire disc golf community can improve the sport as a whole. So for anyone out there who is looking to run a tournament or who has some power over their local course and does coursework or whatnot, I think a few key points for players looking to come into town and play a tournament. One, make a good solid caddy book and make sure the tee signs are accurate and up to date. Two, please have a designated go-to spot where players can find all the information about like what pool you're in, what course you're playing first, at what times, all those sorts of things. If there are special like tournament placements on specific holes. Three, I don't know if everyone would agree with me on this. I know that UDisc is getting more and more popular and people are posting like layouts on UDisc, but it's my personal opinion, and maybe this is old-fashioned, but I just want to be able to show up to the course with no paperwork, with no app on my phone or anything needed, but just to find hole one and be able to navigate my way through the course. I think that's how it should go. It honestly doesn't take much. All it takes is at each basket, have a little arrow pointing to the next tee pad, and then that's probably all you need generally to allow players to navigate through a course for the first time. The last thing I'll say is either have the course set up like 2-3 days, multiple days before the event starts, or if you can't get those flags out and OB lines painted and all those things, at least have a very detailed and accurate tee sign for each of the holes, so that even if it's not set up, you at least know what it's going to look like. Some of us out here are doing this for a living, and so if this is my job and I'm hoping to make money at these events, and this is it, this is my livelihood, I kind of am gonna want a fair chance to study the course, to know what to expect while I'm competing for my living, And so I feel like it's really crucial and really helpful to have a good idea of what the course layout is going to be like. Again, I really appreciate all tournament staff, and I hope this does not come off as me being ungrateful or trying to bash tournament staff or whatever. Players, tournament staff, whoever is out there in the disc golf community, I want to benefit and push the disc golf as a whole sport to the next level so that we can become more professional, so that we can run better events, so that we can do better for all parties on all sides. I think we can do it, and part of that process is getting some constructive criticism. So I hope this helps somebody out there to run a better event. I think those few bullet points are just the things that you really want to do right at the most basic level. Just get those things right, and you're going to run a great event. I'll just say one more time, thank you for all the people out there who have volunteered their time and energy to putting on events, hopefully on behalf of all the players. You're the bomb. Thank you for your time. And I'll also add this in there. If you've never volunteered for a tournament or at your local course or anything, get out there and put a couple hours in. Ask around and see how you can help with something. We're all in this together, and disc golf is mostly free as of now. So since you're able to go out to your local courses and use these awesome facilities, go ahead and chip in, do your part, and contribute to making the course better, making the tournament run smoother, something like that. It's good for your community, it's good for your heart, it's good for your body. It's just good, you know? Without further ado, let's get a look at what De La Veaga Disc Golf Course looks like in 2021. Thank you all for joining and hope you enjoy. This is only my second time here. I was here 2 years ago. I'm like nervous, like it's like the second date or something. I can throw a little farther than I could 2 years ago, so. Oh. Ooh. I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume that all of you and I have this in common. We started playing disc golf because it was fun. It is fun. That's why we do it at the end of the day. The most fun I've ever had playing disc golf is right here at De La Veaga. If you ever have the opportunity to play this course, it's unlike any other most fun course I've ever played. Let's go.
Ooh. Nice one.
All right, here we are, top of the world. This is everyone's favorite hole to post videos on social media and all that. But you know, I know you guys haven't had enough, so here's just a couple more. Oh, look at that, go in. Why not? Every hole on this entire course is like a signature hole. Pass the log. That's not easy to do. Hey!
Ooh.
Bonus birdie. Hey everybody, my name's Joel Freeman. We are here at De La Veaga, hole 7. Two main options on this hole. Probably a straight mid-range, kind of low middle route, or that high forehand. You guys already know I'm throwing the forehand high. Here we go, let's see. Oh no, that's bad. Like 30-footer maybe? These are the kind of putts you're gonna face when you're out here at De La. These are the ones that decide between a man and a lesser man.
Ooh. He's a man.
All right, we're on hole 14. It looks like they've got some new holes for us to play this year. The first new hole, I believe, was hole 12, 2 holes ago. This is the second. I'm kind of sad to see this pin position go because this was such a cool hole. But let's see how the new version plays. I think that was really good. Eagle alert, 2 is in play on this hole.
Oh.
One not so good thing about De La is there's poison ivy everywhere. A couple years ago, I got poison ivy so bad that I woke up one morning with my eyes swollen shut. For those of us who are allergic to poison ivy, this is a socks and pants only kind of course. There she is. Good old Lake Maple.
What the heck?
Don't throw your disc in there. It's probably OB. Eagle is also in play on this hole, especially for somebody like Simon Lizotte, who throws hard, lands his drive somewhere up here, and then makes a sweet nose-up spin putt. Let's see if I've got one in me.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That's so sad. Oh!
Wow.
There! This is a brand new daylight hole with the new down tree.
That's gonna work. Yeah.
No. Oh my gosh!
Did you see that?
The disc hurt him.